Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're on to Augustine, and I'm one of the many voices within the Kringle Private Society. And today I have come to give us one or two lectures as regards the mass adoption within the Kringle Private Society. And these are some very major points that I have taken my time to pen down so that there wouldn't be confusion somewhere along the line. As a merchant, as an individual who is new, or as an old member who may be uninformed concerning the Kringle Private Society. So, as much as I'm going to pen them down, I'm going to also make some clarifications. So please do stay with me as we begin. The title of today's broadcast is Some Salient Points. Some salient points to note in the Kringle Private Society. The first one that we're going to talk about is this. Now, for the point of reference and for clarification purpose, we are not backed up by gold, but we agree to use grains of gold as a way to measure our value within the Kringle Private Society or within the community. It is therefore seen that every individual coming to the community are seen as one grain of gold that comes into the community. And 1 grain of gold, let's find out the equivalent as at today. Now, 1 grain of gold, now this is a third-party website that we use to check what the grain of gold value is. As at today, 1 grain of gold is about $3.62. $3.62. When you multiply it by 1 billion, that is to say, those that would have at least 1 TBC coin within the Kringle Private Society are going to be having about 3.62 times 1 billion. Now, that is the worth of having 1 TBC. There are some people in the community that are having more than 1 TBC. These people will be seen as the banks. Those are those in the mass adoption. Those in the mass adoption, if and when they pay their administration fee, they are going to be given a certain amount of TBC coins. On the first of every month, they are given 30 TBC. On the second, they are given 29. It is designed using the months of the year. Now, it is from the 1st to the 30th or the 1st to the 31st, depending on the months. If you pay on the 30th of the month, you'll be given 1 TBC. If you are paying on the 31st, you are not getting any TBC. So those who are going to be paying, your timing is very important. When you decide to be consistent in making your monthly admin fee, you'll be getting as much as 30 TBC if you pay on the first. Now, like I have previously said, for those who may not have heard, if you've not heard me before, then this is the first time we are saying it, or I am saying it. We are rebuilding the current financial system as a private community. We are not infringing upon the government. The government has the responsibility to maintain their system, and if they can keep up with their system, so be it. Now we have decided to build our own parallel medium of exchange and financial system, and we are not using their medium, which is fiat currencies. Our medium is digital currencies, and we are backed up. We are lawfully backed up. I'm going to explain this before this meeting comes to an end. So please kindly take note of this. We are seen as what? Grains of gold coming in as individuals in the community, but we are not backed up by gold. This is the first point that I want us to take note of. Now, the second point I want us to take note of is this. Our medium of exchange, also known as Kringle coins, do not possess any form of security or intrinsic value. I am going to make clarifications shortly. Just pay attention to what I am saying. The third thing I want to take note of is we will never use transaction fees like other coins do in the public market, which is the coin market. Instead, we will use a monthly maintenance fee of 8 grains of gold, 8 grains of gold in Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Ethereum. Now, when you come here, find out what 8 grains of gold is. Now, these values do fluctuate. It's not usually steady because gold market also fluctuates. It goes up, it goes down, but slightly it is relatively stable. Now, for the sake of the fact that we are buying it from the public markets, because our mediums are Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum, and those coins are slightly volatile, there is usually a commission of 2 grains of gold to compensate for those excesses. On that grounds, it is usually 10 grains of gold, which is about $36. As at now, $36 ranges between 15,000 Nigerian naira and 16,000 Nigerian naira. And from time to time, we keep our value fixed on these 10 grains of gold. So as many that would want to be paying the administration fee, kindly take note of these. These are the things you should put in mind. Now, let me continue. And let's go to the next one. The next one is saying, we are private and we would never have anything to do with the public medium of exchange, aka fiat currencies. That is to say, our medium, being Kringle coins, would never have any interference or would never be used on the public. Anybody who is in the community and is a merchant has the rights as a member, it's a membership agreement rights to use Kringle coins within the community. It is unlawful to use Kringle coins as a medium on the outside. If you are giving someone Kringle coins, telling the person, I don't have cash, which is fiat currencies, the person that has to accept it has to become a member within the community because we are private. The moment we are public and we do that, fine, it is not unlawful. But since we are private, it is unlawful for us to use our medium to interfere or to move around within the public domain. So therefore, anybody who accepts Pringles as a medium of exchange means that the person has accepted our membership agreement to be private, and these Kringle coins are our own medium of exchange. So let's go to the next one. The next one is this. Now we will have 111,111 administrators in the community. We also know these ones as the mass adoption team. Now, these are the ones that I said are going to be the banks within the community. They are the ones that will be responsible for ensuring that there is liquidity within the Kringle Private Society. Also, we are going to have 1 million billionaires in the community. These 1 million billionaires are going to be referred to as the backup billionaires. We can liken them to microfinance banks. Now, these are the ones that will help in assisting the administrators, which are the mass adoption team. The community, okay, in the community. Now, and 1 billion millionaires who will work in synergy to ensure that we collectively end poverty and artificial scarcity imposed on humanity by the elites of this world. Kindly take note of this. Let me say it one more time. We will have 111,111 administrators in the community, 1 million billionaires in the community, and 1 billion millionaires who will work in synergy to ensure that we collectively end poverty and artificial scarcity imposed on humanity by the elites of this world. Now, let me show us how our structure will be over time. Now, let me see. Mm, I'm trying to get that particular. It's a particular. Okay, I think this is it. Now, when it opens, I would see. Yeah, this is it. Those of us who are seeing this for the first time, when you look from here to here, these are going to be the billionaires within the community. And these first 6 layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, are going to be the administrators in the community. And these are the people that will have the power to decide a number of things. As at now, it is still being built. Our system is built on meritocracy. Those that would fill these positions has to prove their worth within the community. If you want to be there, fine, you are welcome. Now, this other one are going to be the backup millionaires in the community. And it is from this first layer to this seventh layer that will have up to at least one whole TBC coin. Then these layers down are going to be the millionaires, and they will be having at least 0.001 TBC by the end of the distribution phase within the Kringle Private Society. The rest are going to be those that will be employed within the community so that we can help them in ending poverty. Employment zone, 3.5 billion members with less than 0.001 TBC coin working as employees of the TBC millionaires getting paid salaries with 100% Kringle coins. Now, it is the billionaires that will supply liquidity to the millionaires, and the millionaires will employ these other members who are the rest of the world that saw the opportunity and refused to be a part of it. Kindly take note of these things. Now, let me go back to what I was saying. Now, I have this last one to talk about. Now, you have a choice to build with us or serve under us when we have finished rebuilding our parallel private economy. So, it's your choice. You can choose wisely. Now, before I end this, let me quickly rush and show us a number of things that I have said. This is our public notice. Those of us who do not know, if you go to this place under public notice and you open it, it will take you to this page. Now, I want to quickly read out just 3 things. And the 3 things I'm going to read out are in this place from here to this point. And then I call it a day for today. So please listen to me. On your own, you can take your time to study through. But I want you to understand what we are and our community currency and how we are intending to use it to operate as we build into a billion. So kindly pay attention. Now, as a member in good standing, one has the benefit of using the billion coin, which is our community currency, and the Kringle currency as a medium, as a private medium of exchange. One of our mistakes was naming this currency as a form of money, which we now realize is not accurate. And this will soon be corrected. It has already been corrected, seeing that this was issued out in 2018 and we are now in 2020. The term money carries certain legal definitions and implications. Thus, by this announcement, we are making it clear that any and all use of terms such as money, dollar, euro, and other similar words and references was done in error and mistakes. We therefore hereby issue our formal apology and declaration of intent to correct such mistakes forthwith and with the utmost expediency possible. TBC Kringles are not commercial instruments or negotiable paper, as those terms are defined in domestic and international legal systems. Any implications, inference, or aspersions to the contrary were done in error, and again we apologize for any misunderstanding or confusion caused by our inaccurate use of language, all of which will soon be corrected in our website and any other materials available, either public or private. TBC and Kringles are not in any way a security instrument. They are not in any way security instruments. They do not secure any interests in any intrinsic value, commodity or assets or accounts. Now, they are a private issued medium of exchange available only to members of a private mission society and private contract association pursuant to and according to its private rules of membership and participation. The inherent value that they represent is only the life force, spiritual force, or spiritual value of our private society members. Now, the final one. We are a global sharing and eleemosynary community or society. The sharing is derived by the private contract agreements to share our value and life force with each other for mutual support and benefits. TBC and Kringle are a private currency, which means it is designed to flow through a channel much like a river has a current and flows through its course, or electricity has a current that flows through wires that provide the value of kinetic work to light our homes and run our factories. We share the common purpose and value of using our life force as a current that flows through the course of our system, which is made up of living men, women, and children. Eleemosynary means charitable, and we define our society as such because we believe in the true charity of kindness, giving, sharing, and supporting lives of integrity and respect. As we all work together to build this community, this global community, we are providing true giving and sharing for all who participate. I will stop here at this point. Now, there are so many information that everyone can learn when you take your time to study through our private notice. This is it, the public announcement. So, on your own, take your time, study, comprehend the depths of what we are trying to pass across. So, these are for those who will be coming in as members or as merchants within the Kringle Private Society. It is your responsibility to read and understand what we are all about. Till I come your way again, cheers and do have a wonderful day or a good night rest. God bless you. Bye for now.